I'm very happy to be here to tell you some good news from the Middle East and North Africa. I guess you heard a lot of bad news from this area about lack of democracy, lack of human rights, lack of religious freedom, lack of Christians to express their faith in the streets, and all that is correct. It's a very difficult area for the church today, and the Middle East and North Africa is now the area in the world where we have the least percentage of Christians worldwide. Christians are leaving in great numbers because they don't feel there's a future for them in their discrimination and very often persecution. But I'm here today to tell you some good news from this region, because as many doors have been closed for the church to be light and salt, to spread the gospel, God has opened a completely new tool in his toolbox. The Middle East have seen a revolution in media. 300 million in this world now have a satellite dish. And satellite TV cannot be controlled by any government or any organization. So that's why the Christians from 19 different countries, from many different denominations, have come together to build a new TV station called Sat7. And Sat7 started 15 years ago. It was only 1 hour a week, and that was a miracle. That was never happened before in the Middle East, that Christians could express themselves freely on television. And so to make a long story short, we now have 5 channels, 24 hours a day, on air in the 3 languages of the Middle East, which is Arabic, Turkish, and Farsi. Farsi is for Iran and Afghanistan. So we broadcast out of Egypt, out of Lebanon, out of Istanbul in Turkey. We can't have an office or a studio in Iran. That's impossible at this time of world history. But we have a lot of exiled Iranian working for us in London and other places. So we can make wonderful programs about Christ and his church and his followers. And we can teach a lot of new believers. We can teach a lot of non-Christians. We can, for the first time in world history, we can access 2/3 of the homes in the Middle East with an appropriate television in a local context made by someone who's living in the Middle East, who understand the culture, who understand Islam. And thereby we can be a new witness to Christ for millions. We don't know how many are watching our programs. God knows, and that's the important thing. But according to Muslim surveys, there's at least 10 million a day who are watching our programs. This is a very difficult thing. This is a very difficult area. That's why we need your prayers, your involvement, and your engagement in this. I'm very happy to say that Sawe here in South Africa has backed up Sat7 for many years, and they're willing to do that in the future, and you can talk to them, and you can support them, and then thereby help us to expand the church, to expand the gospel in the Middle East and North Africa, so the word of God can be light and salt in a very difficult situation. Thank you.